Hey, Mike Stinger here, and in this video we are going to talk about the Skullcandy Crusher headphones. So a quick disclaimer, if you don't mostly listen to bass-heavy music like hip-hop, dubstep, electronic, etc., these are definitely not the headphones for you, and you should probably just stop watching this video. But if you are still watching this video, the Crushers are the next evolution in an interesting line of headphones. So the first generation was called the Skull Crushers, and Snoop Dogg even had his own branded Skull Crushers, which helped to give some notoriety to the line. And what really made them unique is these patent-pending vibration drivers, which would literally vibrate and pulse and thump to the beat of the music, and you could adjust how much you wanted it. You could have it turned completely down and completely off, or you could have it cranked to the absolute max. Now, one of the problems with the first generation is that the adjustment slider was built into the actual headphone cord, and it was kind of big and bulky. And you also had to remember to turn it off, because if you didn't, it would drain the battery. And I remember trying out the Skull Crushers at like a Best Buy or something, and the sound quality was just meh. And the whole vibration system, it was just... It just didn't click for me. But with this latest generation, which is actually almost a year old at the time of recording this video, Skullcandy has really stepped things up, and it's a very interesting experience overall. And one of the first things is the headphones are smaller, and not only are they smaller, but they're also more compact. You can actually fold them, and it comes with this little traveling case here. So they take up less space when you are traveling. Now, as far as the build quality is concerned, it really depends on the person. It's pretty much completely plastic. I mean, let's be fair. There is some metal. I mean, there's metal screws. I'm sure there's metal with the speakers, but the body is mostly plastic, and it seems fragile at first, but these headphones are very, very flexible, and they really move. You'd really have to put in some effort to break these, so that's a definite plus right there. Now, one really nice feature with these headphones is the cord actually completely detaches from the headphones, and when it connects, it's a very, very firm connection, and it doesn't come disconnected very easily. You have to really yank on it pretty good to get it out there. And also, Skullcandy doesn't say it, but this cord is tangle resistant. I haven't had any issues where it's bunched up and I've had to spend like 20 minutes untangling it, and just a complete mess. And also, it has a built-in microphone and a button there, so you can press the button to pause or play music or switch over a phone call. And what's also nice about this is it also works with Android phones. There's so many manufacturers where their headphone, their microphone, and their button, and with their headphones will only work with iPhones, which makes zero sense at all when there's more Android phones out there than iPhones. So that's a good thing right there. Now, unlike the previous generation where the adjustment slider was built into the actual headphone cord, everything is now built right into the headphones themselves. And actually, on the left-hand side, on the outside, is where the adjustment slider is to adjust the level, and it won't focus, but it's where you can adjust the level of bass. If you have it completely down, that has it completely off. There's also no on or off button. It automatically powers off within 10 seconds, so you don't have to worry about draining any battery. But in order to get the full immersive experience, it does require a AA battery, but again, these are pretty compact. So if you switch over to the right side here, at the very top, you will see a little button, and if you push that button in, the ear pad will pop off, and right there you can see that's where the AA battery goes, which the headphones do come with a battery, so you're good to go out of the box, and there's the little speaker there, and then it just snaps right back into place just like that. Skullcandy says you can get about 40 hours on a single battery, but that also really varies depending on how you have the slider adjusted. If you have it all the way to the max all the time, there's no way in hell you're going to get 40 hours. Actually, I'd be surprised if you got even half that. Now, the sound quality, I'm not going to lie, at first it wasn't so good. It was very tinny. It was kind of like I was listening to music in a tunnel, but I did notice over the next day or two of using the headphones more, the sound quality really did improve. And what really surprised me with these headphones, since they're so focused on the bass, is that the sound quality is actually pretty damn good. Even on genres like rock and just about all sorts of different kinds of genres, you know, you could really pick up the subtle nuances and the little things in the music. And on a scale from 0 to 10, with 0 being the worst and 10 being the best, I give the sound quality about a 7.5. Now, the comfort, it's okay. I have a really huge head though. Like when I was 5, I needed an extra large adult helmet, so it could just be because I have a huge head. But the padding at the top doesn't seem sufficient enough. I wish there was a little bit more. Like when I'm using the headphones for an extended period of time, I can really feel it digging into the top of my head. But one good thing is that they clamp really well. Like you could put in a really good head jamming session, and they won't come off. So that gets us to the whole bass experience and what these headphones are really about and the vibration drivers. There is no other headphones currently on the market that deliver this kind of experience with the bass. It can get really crazy sometimes, even halfway, even with the slider turned up just halfway. It's a lot of bass, and at first the whole vibration experience, it's kind of odd. It does take some getting used to, but once you get used to it, I mean, it really is phenomenal. And if you have the slider adjusted all the way to the top, it really feels like you're sitting in a car with a serious stereo system. You know, and I really cannot recommend these headphones enough if you're really into bass. There's just no other headphones that even come close. And for 99 bucks with free shipping, you can get it for 99 bucks and free shipping on both Amazon and Skullcandy's website. You really can't go wrong. If you're looking for headphones that deliver an awesome bass experience, I mean, there's no question. But there is one issue I have with the whole vibration drivers is that the lows don't really kick in until the volume is up like 3/4 of the way at least. So it would be nice to feel the lows, you know, with the volume turned down a little bit lower. But I mean, overall, if you're looking for headphones with serious bass, Skullcandy knocks it out of the park. Period.